I've seen this movie before.
Not this movie.
Hello and welcome to Movie Trailer Rankings, where we take a closer look at the latest trailers on the internet. We love trailers. We love talking about them. We love thinking about them. We love reviewing them, scoring them, and ranking them. In fact, we love them so much, we're going to stick them on the leaderboards and find out which ones are the best. And if you want to follow along with us as we do that, hit that like, subscribe, and bell button to keep up with everything that we're doing, and we will make sure you get notified as soon as we produce new content, which is a pretty regular basis. Today we're taking a look at the final trailer for the new Scream movie. Where do you think it's going to fall on the leaderboards? Stick around and find out. All right, let's get to it.
There's certain rules to surviving. Believe me, I know. They always come back. The killer is a part of something in the past. This one just feels different.
You're all in danger.
Mom? Where? Sydney.
I've seen this movie before.
Not this movie.
You said we were gonna finish this. Go finish it, Sydney.
Scream.
I'll be right back.
He's dead.
Only in theater and special previews Thursday at 7 p.m. Get tickets now.
All right, here we go. Hey, if you have not seen any of our trailers before, if this is the first time you're with us or you don't know how we do things here, we made a video to explain our ranking system, our philosophy, so you can understand a little bit more about what we do here. You can click on a link for that in the upper right-hand corner or in the description below. Check it out. As always, we want feedback, so let us know what you think as we go along. And so to get started here, we're going to take a look at some critical non-factors for the new Scream movie's final trailer. These are things that relate to the movie. They sort of baggage that comes with the movie, but we're not going to hold these things against the trailer. We're going to try to review the trailer separately from the movie. Think of it as a separate thing from the movie. So the first critical non-factor is that this is sequel number 5. This is actually Scream 5. It's just called Scream, but they've done 4 other ones. So I could see some sequel fatigue sort of setting in here. But it also just means that, this is sort of a step and repeat thing that's happened. And, people can probably predict what the movie's going to be about. Not always, but, that's just sort of the baggage that comes when you've got quite as many sequels as they do. So we're going to set that aside, not hold that against the trailer. It is something that they're going to have to deal with. They're going to have to manage that as they cut the trailer. We'll talk a bit about how they did that. And then also some of the old cast is back. There's some new cast members into the franchise. Whether we like those casting decisions or not, we're going to set that aside too. And then, one of the review quotes says that Ghostface here is the perfect movie villain. I wasn't quite sure about that. So I went to the number one source for this kind of information, and that's Google. I did a Google image search because I wanted to see for myself who the number one perfect movie villain was. And this is the result that came up, and I have to say I agree with Google. Now, I guess there are some similarities here. If you sort of distort Darth Vader's mask a bit, you might end up with something that looks a bit like Ghostface. They both wear black and have sort of, well, it's not really a hood. He's a helmet. Anyway, I have to agree with Google. I'm not sure perfect movie villain fits here, but hey, if someone gave you the quote, you might as well use it in the trailer, right? All right. Let's move on to the scores. The scores for this trailer, not too bad. Falling a little short in maybe a few places, but overall pretty good. The whole thing's pretty straightforward at this point. The narrative, I think, is probably one of the lower scores on here, only because it is so straightforward, and they haven't done a whole lot to sort of hide that fact. The killer's back. That's it. The narrative really relies on the reviews, I think, to kind of get it over that sequel fatigue hurdle that we talked about. But much of the sort of meta nature and the irony that sort of made the Scream franchise stand out, I think at this point feels a little passé. And maybe that's just because it's become so mainstream, which is a bit of a shame. Scream really, in a lot of ways, was at the very front of that movement, sort of calling out all of the tropes and cliches, and really built its whole franchise on the irony that existed there. And now they're in their fifth movie. Things have kind of come full circle. It's almost to the point where you can't even rely on that being unique anymore. So I think they rely, they do have some of that in the trailer. Fans, I think, will likely be drawn in by featuring it the way that they do, but I'm not sure, because it's become so mainstream, that it is going to draw in too many new viewers. Good use of the returning cast members here as sort of fan service, but again, it's questionable whether it's going to draw in new viewers, so how much they featured in the trailer may or may not affect that. I think this trailer has excellent sound design, and it does, even though you know what's coming, you know what you've seen, it's full of jump scares and stuff. It does a great job of putting you on edge throughout the whole trailer, and so the ticking clock, they really made good use of that, and it is enough to sort of boost the tension, and I think it gives the film a much needed boost too. It makes it feel more legitimate. This isn't just. It gives you the impression that it's not just going to be another run-of-the-mill Scream movie. They didn't just check off some boxes, that this might actually be a real horror movie, and that, I think, does draw in some new fans. So the impact score, I think, makes up for some of the other choices. The use of music from a marketing perspective, I think, does make up for some of the other decisions that they've made, maybe on the narrative front or, sort of on the style front too. So overall, the final trailer for the new Scream movie is going to earn a 7.1 out of 10. All right, that's going to do it for us today. We'll take a look and see where it falls on the leaderboard. It's our first one of the week, so it'll be number one there, but how about for the month and for the year? See how it stacks up. Let us know in the comments. Did we get it right? Did we get it wrong? What do you think? We want to hear from you. And we'll see you next time, okay?